What's your sign? What it is? I'm a Cancer.
Sweetie is 25 and you know she's timeless. She has no age.
See what you just said written on paper. Everyone's done incredibly this year. I'm like looking around like holy everyone's so amazing. I'm not allowed to say that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. You're
I'm so
Ariana
sorry.
Grande. We got you. We got you.
2 seconds.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I do.
Scorpio's lurking.
Oh my God, is this who we are?
Did I say that? After Pretty bitches burp too.
Wear big glasses.
Nah. If I'm honest, I don't want to see.
Your Edna Mode glasses.
I'm good, man.
Eh.
I've seen enough. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your mom still here, back for another video. Just got monetized. I'm excited about it. And I think too, a lot of my more political stuff has been demonetized. So if you want to help me out, go ahead and sign up for my Patreon. It's patreon.com/DomDiddyNoDoubt, or you can just do a donation at buymeacoffee.com/DommyWami. But now for the story of Cancer, let's just dive in. Why not? It's really interesting. So per usual, I already primed and plumb my lips, prime my eye area, and these are the things that I use, the stars use. How do I look? These are the Cream Shop. They are full of collagen, retinol, and vitamin C for like your eyes. Again, I'll link all the products down below, but so we have one right now, so we're gonna start with our eyes first today. So today we're talking about the 4th sign of the zodiac, which is Cancer. And if Cancer is your sun sign, that means your birthday takes place between June 21st and July 22nd. So this will be the first astrology video that I'm getting out on time. But in my defense, I have a full-time job, so please be nice. The next sign would be for Leo, we being John Solo, period, sis, we're beating him. But anyways, so now Cancer is the Latin term for crab. No, it's kind of like such a different meaning. Today, it's not quite like Gemini and Taurus. You can easily find like this similar words, because I mean in Spanish, Cancer is congrejo. Thinking like Italian and Romanian, the word for crab is like one of them is just crab, and one of them's like crabe. So it's a linguist that kind of fascinates me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. So Cancer is a water sign. That's their element, like, you know, fire, earth, and air before them. Water signs are known for being sensitive and sentimental. Also known for like crying me a river. That's what the people say. I didn't say, don't get mad at me. I didn't say that, but that's what some people say. Cry me a river. Water signs are so emotional. They tend to hold on to people and items past their expiration date. It's not what I said, that's what the site said. Please don't get mad at me. Water signs always have their emotions flowing like the waves of the ocean. And they're known to have really great tuition. No, that's not the word. They're known for having really great intuition and very vivid dreams. Very vivid dreams. I had a vivid dream last night. Sexual vivid dream too. Oh gosh. Cancer is the cardinal water sign of the zodiac. So cardinal being their modality, like Aries, means that they are able to, so them having the cardinal modality makes it easy for them to make decisions swiftly and manifest their dreams as well. Cancers are the providers of the zodiac and are very determined to take care of their loved ones. So Cancers love to take care of their loved ones and are considered the breadwinners of the zodiac. They are the breadwinners and nurturers of the zodiac. Crab's ability to walk back and forth between the ocean and the shore represents the Cancer sign's ability to move and shift between the emotional and material worlds. And also the sign Cancer is ruled by the moon. That's said to be the explanation of why they're so moody and emotional, as the moon sign is the sign for your emotions on your birth chart. As also the moon does go through phases like waning, full moon, waxing, gibbous, all that thing. So that explains the moodiness of the Cancer placements. Like all the other signs we've discussed previously, does have a story from Greek mythology. And actually there's a story of how Cancer the crab became a star, became a set of stars. Human history has a long list of very public feuds and beefs. So before there was Kanye and Taylor, Elsie and Heidi, Mariah versus J-Lo, Biggie versus Tupac, me and Math. There was Hera versus Hercules, or some people do call him Heracles. Was more in one direction than the other. Like Hera really had it out for Hercules. Now Hera is the wife of Zeus. She's, I guess, in colloquial speak, she's the main bitch. But kind of like some other women, like, you know, you could just leave your husband who ain't shit. But she's pretty ride or die for Zeus, whereas like she'll go punish the women who mess with him and their children versus like just leaving your whack ass husband. A la Rashida from Love and Hip Hop. Like she should have been left her, especially with with season 2 I would have been done. With season 2, cheating with the stripper like Hillary Clinton, like Melania Trump, just being embarrassed by these men and just staying. Hera's ride or die, even though we all know at this point that Zeus belongs to the fucking streets. She was staying by this man's side. I don't get it.
I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch.
But that's what happened.
Something tells me people become just all of a sudden.
It's like put firecrackers in a dumpster. One match and
So Heracles, or Hercules, so we more know him in US culture, we'd call him Hercules, was a demigod. He was the son of Zeus and a mortal woman named something, Alcmene, Hercules' mother. Okay, her name was Alcmene. And basically what Zeus does this time, being an actual creeper, he doesn't actually like approach her and be like, hey girl, you fine, let's do it. Spandu turns into her husband. He morphs himself into her husband. And we want to ask, do we ask why Zeus does this? Oh yeah, because hashtag Zeus is a predator, okay? So he morphs into her husband and gets on with her. Unbeknownst to her, so she thinks she's just banging her husband, but nope, it's really Zeus. And then later on that night, again, she was popping with her husband again. So I guess she's just like, oh, it's round 2, this is different, and just kind of goes with it. But she ends up that night getting pregnant with 2 sons. One mortal, one half immortal, you know, a demigod. God will never get over how much of a creep Zeus is. Sorry, not sorry. Like I was saying before, like Hera had a special like hate in her heart for Hercules. Like she didn't even want him or his brother to be born. She went to Lilith, who is the goddess of childbirth, and this is petty, okay, this is like deranged. Like, Hera, you have issues. Hera, you need therapy. You need to leave that man and get some therapy. I'm gonna say it. I'm saying it. Girl, love yourself. You need to love yourself, Hera. She has the goddess of childbirth cross her legs, which supposedly is supposed to make the birth of the intended child stop. Crossing her legs is supposed to stop the birth of Hercules and his brother, but it doesn't. Fail. Also, so once they're babies, they bring serpents to their household, but Hercules feasts them with his demigod strength, so fail there too. Like, Hera is just out to get Hercules. Like, no rhyme or reason, I think because he's another one of it, you know, so Zeus's thousands of illegitimate children. Okay, mind you, thousands. If anyone knows why Hera is out for Hercules, you can put a comment below. Maybe I'm missing some context when I was researching this. But anyways, we get up to Hercules' life. He's grown. He ends up marrying Megara, who is the daughter of the king of Thebes. And they end up getting married and having a family, despite all the problems he gets, obstacles he gets from Hera. But Hera is not giving up. Like, she is hot on Hercules' case. Drives Hercules insane. And he ends up killing his wife and children. Which is like the saddest thing ever. Like, how are you gonna get a wife and children and like hurt them? Like, it's just depressing.
Crowds will cheer when I see my face. No voice keeps saying, this isn't where I want to be. I am on my way. I will go the distance. Don't care how far. Somehow I'll be sure.
Because he feels like garbage, Hercules fled to the Oracle of Delphi to find a way to expedite his sins, or expedite, basically to redeem himself for his familicide. Hercules had to do the 12 labors over the course of years. I have more details in the story of Hercules' tale down below in the description. But now enter the crab, right? Because we started off talking about Cancer, and this is the month of Cancer. So like literally, Hera sent a giant crab to attack Hercules while he was doing the 12 labors. Specifically while he was doing the second of the 12 labors, with which he was fighting the many-headed Hydra, which is a serpentine water monster. So basically Hercules slew the crab after it bit him in the foot. Yeah, it was pretty much like they just had a small, like it just grabs his foot and then he just is able to either crush it or smash it or, you know, crack it open and he dies. The crab dies. Although the crab failed, Hera still was like, you know, A for effort and gave him a constellation of the stars. Another story of Cancer is that it was a giant crab that Poseidon, god of the sea, put in charge of his nymphs to keep them safe. The crab was mostly successful in guarding the many nymphs, but the crab was crippled by a vampire squid and in pain forever in his immortality. In ancient Babylon, the crab was used in astrological omens of floods. For example, if the stars of the crab scintillate, high floods will come. If the stars of the crab are faint, high floods will not come. Another example, if the moon is surrounded by a river, there will be a giant flood and cloudbursts. The crab standing on the halo of the moon. The crab stands on the halo of the moon. Fascinatingly enough, Cancer is a sign ruled by the moon and the ruler of as their planet. The moon is the planet that governs our emotions and feelings and things that make us feel comforted. Ultimately, the myth of Cancer shows us someone who is not aware of their true strength. They will quickly go to battle, and the crab is ready to change in a much bigger enemy because their emotions prevail over logic. Also, 2, the sign of the crab is the 69 sideways. It's meant to be like a crab's body and or boobs, just to show like their loving nature. So every culture is like when they're numbering. That's not always necessarily true, but I mean that's what they say. And this is just, I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know, it's fascinating. Yay, Cancer the crab. Good for you. Good on ya, man. I love the moon look. I feel like an alien, but like a sexy alien. So for my Cancer, hope you like this look. And yeah.
Hey y'all, this is the finished look. I had did one lip color before, but it didn't really show up that much. I was like, I don't know if I like that, so I was like, I'm gonna go a little bolder, a little moodier. So let me know if you like this look better or the lighter lip better. I'm gonna put the picture right here.
Wait, why did you spell it sweetie?
Girl, cause sweetie is basic and I'm not a basic bitch. I'm not basic. I should get some crab tonight. I haven't had crab in like 5.
A 90s baby catapulted into this cloud of polished pop dust. And then 6 million different personalities sang a bunch of harmonies together. That's how I would describe myself.
Honey,
this is how you throw a party in Mykonos, bitch.
We're gonna use a lot of inspiration from Euphoria. We're gonna use Maddie Perez, Euphoria Season 2, New Year's Eve vibes. I'm gonna add a little bit more to it just so it would make it like pop for Cancer, because I like feel like Cancer. It's probably one of my favorite signs personally. Everything it stands for, which I'm gonna get into now. Natural and I love it. Sorry, I love it. And then I'm gonna use my Huda Beauty Super Sapphire Obsessions as well. We love cool colors. We love a cool palette. Yes, 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 yes. Cancer season takes place every year between June 21st and July 22nd. So you know that if your birthday falls within those dates, you are a Cancer sun. And as you remember learning before, Cancer is the cardinal water sign of the zodiac. Now it joins the Cardinal Club along with Aries, Libra, and Capricorn. Cardinal signs tend to be the initiators and the starters of the zodiac. They really pride themselves on originality and on being the best in whatever they do. And Cancer is no exception. Now, Cancer in particular embodies what is called like mama bear energy, and they love to really create like a cohesive environment for the home, as they usually lead in creating an emotional environment at home that's safe for everyone who inhabits the household. They will tend to be kind of the emotional anchor for any group that they're part of, whether that be a familiar group or within like an organization or like a group of friends. Being cardinal water makes them more emotional. Yeah, being cardinal water makes them more emotional and more intuitive. Also makes them very like in tune with people's emotions. It's just so fascinating. Now, being the 4th sign in the zodiac, Cancer is the first water sign, along with Pisces and Scorpio as part of the water sign element trio of the zodiac. Water signs are said to be like emotional and intuitive, perceptive. It's kind of almost otherworldly. They're very much like, I don't know, just like amazing beings. I don't even know how to describe it besides that. Like besides like just like amazing and breathtaking people and the quality or what quality you have. And some water signs can be like mildly psychic. They're all very caring. It's very important for all like water placements. Especially if you have like water in your big six. It's really important that you tune into your mind and body connection. And of the zodiac, the Cancer tend to be the biggest home bodies, especially of the water signs. I can't blame them. I like being a home. So Capricorn, I also like being a homebody too. And it's like they're very much like being at home, and they're very much like being in like their cozy place. Because honestly, think about a crab. It's like can go anywhere with its skeleton, but can easily like hide away in its shell. I just want to deal with the water. I feel like Cancers are a lot the same way, like the crab represents them. Take like their homes very seriously. They want their anywhere they live to be a very like comforting place, both physically and emotionally. There's no games when it comes to Cancers and their homes. The water signs, we have an element trio for the water signs, and it's going to be the same one that I ended off on last season with Pisces. I was like, I did this for Pisces, but it's not that I can just follow the sign, so do it now. Our sign element trio is Charlie's Angels, the millennial version from like 2021 to 2023 or 4. Well, obviously, of these three, I did, it was easy to make Natalie Cook the Cancer of the group. She is the most bubbly, she's fun-loving, she's goofy, very cheerful, optimistic, and she tends to be like the most caring one of the group. I feel like in both movies, I feel like Al's a lot of drama, and then Dylan has the most drama, but like Nellie never does. She's always the one that's like there to support both of them, whatever they're going through, and to have their backs. I feel like Nellie doesn't want most of the drama, but I mean, she's a Pisces. Because of her mama bear energy, and also she literally is very starry-eyed and charismatic, and then she also literally has a love of large animals from her mother. She is the Cancer of the group. And we're going to check out some of her reels now. She's our lovely Cancer queen, kicking ass.
Hey.
Hey. Spit it out!
Vivian, what? You bitch.
Cancer is the Latin word for crab, like we discussed last year. It still hasn't changed. But this word Cancer later came to mean like malignant tumor, as you know. Like if you look up this video, look up a video to put Cancer zodiac, versus you'll get like a lot of things saying like how to cure cancer. This word from like came from Greek. The word karikonos, which is from prototypical, or I don't know if it's in layman's terms, like from Proto-Indo-European, like the language, Proto-Indo-European, and it comes from like this prefix of kurkro, and then the prefix kur is supposedly means hard. The hard thing is how like these hard tumors came to kind of be known as like crabs, and then kind of became like known as like cancer, the ever-changing and mutating disease that can get can apparently affect any body part, which is insane. Now, in the Babylonian zodiac, Cancer was known as Ufla, which translates to deceptive dagger. Fascinating, right? Fascinating. The turtle actually was the symbol for this constellation. And this constellation was also associated with Enki, the Lord of Waters. And then all omens surrounding Cancer were used to predict water levels in Babylon. In all its parts. In Egyptian astrology, they actually didn't associate Cancer with the crab or turtle, but actually with the scarab beetle, which is a creature for the ancient Egyptians that is closely associated with the daily cycle of the sun. Ancient Egyptians saw the similarity between like the scarab. They saw a similarity between the scarab rolling balls of dung around the desert and the sun being pushed through the sky across the horizon into the underworld. They saw like the scarab rolling dung was like a cycle, and then also the sun being pushed into the sky and up the horizon and then into the underworld, because it sets every day. I like the same sort of thing, which is an interesting way to see things. It's like fascinating and at the same time very strange. The scarab was also associated with birth, death, and regeneration. Also healing and sacrifice, which brings us back to the Greek crab, Karikanos. Last video we discussed, Hera had sent him to help kill Hercules, but while Hercules was fighting Hydra, the multi-headed serpent creature, Karikanos could get in there, but Hercules cracked him in half and he ended up dying. Hera, being the Patricia Reginati character that she is, did give him a constellation in the sky for his effort. She's like Patricia Reginati. Not gonna lie, we love a petty queen on this channel. And then, ironically enough, Cancer is associated with birth and life-giving properties of water. The life-giving properties of water as well as Mother Nature. Hercules. Okay. Oh my god. The crab is symbolic of archaic Cancer, or whom motherhood is the focus of all, and that the father is seen as just a seed to help assist in the life-making mission.
This more aggressive nature of Cancer kind of pits itself against the ego
of oneself to his consciousness and the freedom of choice. So one can be the terrible mother, Hera, who prefers to battle with her opponents and or destroy them. Hera is the terrible mother because she prefers to battle with her son, with her opponents and or destroy them. Hera is the terrible mother because she prefers to battle with her son and try to destroy him, then have him or herself submit to his domination, or even have him submit to her domination. Technically, even though Hera's not Hercules' mom, she is not being very motherly, and I feel she's kind of, again, a lot of misplaced anger here. Hercules didn't ask to be born. Your husband's a hoe, you should talk to him first. But crabs themselves are crustaceans with a broad carapace. I think that's how you say it, carapace. Stalked eyes and 5 pairs of legs, the first of which are pinchers. They are one of the most resourceful, adaptable creatures to exist, especially since they are able to roam both the land and the sea. Yeah, their symbolic meaning throughout many cultures has been to show resilience, defensiveness, adaptability, and change, as well as growth. They do require both a lot of time with people and then not alone time to be happy and balanced individuals. They do need, like all of us, we need a lot of care. And Cancer individuals are known to be somewhat moody because they are heavily influenced by the moon.
Only thing to do is jump over the moon. To jump over the moon. Only thing to do is jump over the moon.
Of course, Cancer's ruling planet is the moon. In astrology, the moon / your moon sign represents like your inner emotional world and like your emotional aspects of like your being, and also like the subconscious part of yourself that you might keep from others or save for certain people whom you trust.
Yeah, trust the process. Oh my gosh. Trust the process.
And this, obviously, your moon sign is very different from your frontward facing sun sign, but they are both very critical for your full understanding of the self and of anyone else. Yeah, Cancer is ruled by the moon, which is part of the reason they have a big crybaby reputation. Remember, you don't know, now you know. Be kind to the Cancers in your life. And the first video, start of this new season, in that first video, we discuss how Aries is the head in medical astrology, which makes sense because as Aries, the ram, those people with all those placements tend to be very headstrong and very self-focused. They do not, politely putting it, they do not let any self-care go to the wayside. Remember, again, think Mariah Carey. And of course, you know, in medical astrology, each sign has represented by a body part, or rules of body part. So, Taurus rules the neck and the voice. Yeah, so Taurus rules the neck, vocal cords, and teeth, which kind of makes sense because they are meant to represent like materializing what you want and stability. She has an earth sign. She has an earth sign myself. We love stability. So that makes sense. And then also now Gemini represents the arms and like the shoulders, which goes to the theme of the duality of Gemini and how we use our arms, our hands to communicate, and we need our lungs like to breathe, you know. So these are all really important things that do speak to what the purpose of the sign is. Now Cancer rules the chest, breast, and stomach. And if we remember that Cancer is like the life-giving force, you know, you need your stomach to process food that you eat. It's very important. Also, if you get shot on something, you can die. And then your chest and your breast produce milk, and then chest, you need to hold your lungs, which help you breathe. So these are all very important parts, which show that Cancer is part of the life-sustaining force for people, which is a great segue into explaining that Cancer rules the 4th house, which is the house of home. And the 4th house rules anything having to do with family and one's origin, such as your ancestry, your nurturing parent, and your youth. It rules the blessings and curses that you receive from your genes and ancestry. And the youth in this like context means like the foundations of like your understanding of life is the foundations of your understanding, and it is the part that is hardest for a person to change. And then any change to this part of the person's like psyche or consciousness will have like a lasting effect on them. It's also fascinating. It's like the house of home. So both physically home, as in like your family life, but also home within, which again I'm just enamored by.
Cancer is attuned to the source of life, which is both creative and destructive. All beginnings and all beings begin with the chaos of the Dark Mother, but are able to elevate to the divine feminine. This is a collective unconscious that contains all and unifies the opposites. The Cancer archetype is all about mothers and motherhood, childhood, and the search for meaning, which is ironic that Cancer is the deadliest mutable disease. Yet the power is in the crab. In Latin America, there is this saying, "Estás pensando en la inmortalidad del cangrejo," which means literally translates to like you're thinking of the immortality of the crab, but like it's an idiom to mean like someone is in a state of distraction or daydreaming. Crabs aren't immortal, but they usually do live 3 to 18 years and possibly 30 without any human interaction. DKK, some Greek myth, Zeus was talking to a crab who explained that crabs are immortal because they walk on the sides and not frontwards, and that way they deceive time and never age. Scientifically, exfoliation allows them to escape their bodies and works kind of like armor. They can move and modify and remove and replace the skeleton in a never-ending cycle, hence kind of an immortalidad, like a rebirth, constant rebirth. Now, Cancer's sister sign is fellow cardinal sign Capricorn. Yay! Cardinal water and cardinal earth seem like a obviously complementary pair. Both signs love to love, but in different ways. Cancers are warm, hugs and shoulders, and then Capricorns can often be total on the surface, but they pay close attention to details and relationships, both platonic and romantic. Capricorns prefer showing love through practice and advice and guidance, versus Cancers who love their affection. And both signs are awesome, I say as a Capricorn myself, and they both like love very deeply, but their love and affection manifests in different ways. But that's why they are sister signs and awesome. Yay!
Hey, this is the final look for Cancer. I love it. I look like an alien. Like I look like if Maddie Perez was like an Afro alien. I love it. So don't take it off. It's time for us to talk about defining traits of Cancer placements, especially if they're in your big six. So that's Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. I personally myself am a Cancer Mars. So funny, me and my sister, actually your sister signs Cancer and Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn, she's a Cancer. I feel like the way we act is like the opposite, but like you know, it is what it is. So we're talking about some characteristics. So on the negative side, they've known to be very moody. Yes, she is very moody. I'm very moody. This whole family's kind of fucking moody, to be honest with you. We're all kind of moody. You kind of never know what you're gonna get some days. I'm sorry. It's always sensitive. Yeah, we have our moments. And yeah, I understand. I mean, I feel that's not always necessarily bad things. You understand people, you're more empathetic, but at the same time, like, yeah. It's on point. Vindictive. And the thing is, too, like, I'm Cancer Mars, and I can definitely say that this is true for me. But think about it, you know. Popular Cancer Suns. Okay, like, you have Jodi Arias, OJ, and Amanda Knox, who are all born on July 9th. They all went to jail for stabbing people. So if that doesn't tell you anything about Cancer nature, like, I don't know what else is really, I don't know what else to spell it out for you anyway, more clear cut than that.
Just like, girl, you just cussed me out for running a red light, but now you just run into a pole, wrecked your sister's car, and now she just caught us. Ha! That's what you get. And that's why you don't tell Sweetie she can't drive.
Then also very self-sacrificial, that they can tend to put the needs of others before their own, and kind of, that's, I mean, it's not really codependent behavior, but I mean, that's causal for anybody, but like, it's very much, again, mama bear energy for Cancers. So, things, loyal. You know, he love me cause I'm loyal. No, not but me cause I'm loyal. I love that song. Protective. We love that. We love someone who's gonna look out for us, be loyal to us, and protect us. I love Cancer energy so much. Very intuitive, like almost damn near psychic. Some people. This just kind of like that. I feel like she's been reincarnated like 5 times. This bitch knows everything. And I have to go in here and actually like learn in life. So I know most of everything. It's so annoying. The nurturing, I mean, she can be nurturing. I know, I'm pretty. We're all pretty nurturing. So of course, I love that for anyone who meets people in their lives. And I don't know. This is also interesting. Look at the House of Home. It's both the home of life and home within yourself and your personhood and your conscious and your family. It's all very important to who you are. I think that just really lines up the idea of like signs like from Aries to Virgo being like more about the self, and then the signs from Libra to Pisces being like relation to yourself and others. So that makes sense to me, and I know, I just think it's all fascinating.
And now we're going to get into the big 6 characteristics for Cancer. The Sun in Cancer. Cancer and Sun natives have a strong survival instinct. They're protective of those they care about and of themselves too. They're often quite reticent about sharing their inner selves to the rest of the world and often caught up in reminiscence. Cancer's reputation for moodiness. All of this trait is evident in the moon. Was evident when the moon is in Cancer. Cancer needs roots. They resist change to an extent and concern for themselves about being secure and safe in most everything they do. Cancers are quite intrigued by objects with history attached to them, antiques, photos, souvenirs, and the like. Cancer is a very sensitive sign. They don't always appreciate it when you are blunt with them. The reactions to hurt will depend on how thick of a shell they developed. Most Cancers react by withdrawing or retreating. Some have developed an ability to manipulate others to get what they want. They avoid direct confrontations almost as a rule. Moon in Cancer. Just remember, Cancer is ruled by the moon. This is the most subjective position of the moon. The moon is at home in the sign of Cancer as the moon. The moon in Cancer natives, large potential to be able to get in touch with their feelings and moods of others. Often they are very wrapped in themselves. Their memories of the past are outstanding, especially for all things emotional. Moon in Cancer people are rarely detached. They cling to things, their home, and people they care for. They seek out security and familiarity in all things they do. They look for peace and quiet. Their attachment to all that is safe means that they are a little weary of change, or these peace-loving souls dislike superficiality in all its forms. They are devoted and accommodating. Insecure ones accumulate things in an attempt to feel secure because of their strong attachment to and memory of the past. Others may complain that the Moon and Cancer natives tend to whip a dead horse. They may dwell on hurts long after everyone else has moved on. People have a hard time compartmentalizing their lives simply because their watery moon tends to know no boundaries. Sometimes as a result, they may act irrationally. Mercury in Cancer. These people communicate with feeling, conveying a soft, sensitive, withdrawn, and thoughtful nature to the people they interact with. This is the only personal planet in Cancer in their chart. They may come across as more personal and sensitive as they actually are. No matter how free spirit the rest of their charts may be, Mercury and Cancer people can always be subjective and personal, or they may not have to talk at all. They are slow to respond at times, giving others the impression that they are deep thinkers. They probably are just that. Cancer is a meditative and reflective sign. Still, Mercury and Cancer people are much faster at forming opinions and making decisions than they appear. Because they listen so well to others, the speed is not obvious. Venus in Cancer. Love for Venus in Cancer is best when it is committed and rather predictable. These people are sensitive in love, even if their sun is in outgoing, playful signs like Gemini or Leo. You may often say their egos are a little underdeveloped when it comes to love, but they have a lot of love to give, namely security, comfort, and care. Venus in Cancer, men and women show their love by caring for you. They pay attention to your feelings than your words and observe you rather carefully. They want a safe, solid relationship. They can be moody in love, and some go as far as silent treatments and engaging in potting routines to get attention from their mate. They're often turned off by anything impersonal, or too much rationalizing leaves them cold. They are not afraid of the emotional element of love, even if they have a playful sun sign. When conversations can be a little bit scary, these lovers are always worried that they'll be left high and dry. If you hurt them, they'll have a hard time forgetting. Even Even so often, they'll retreat into themselves, not unlike a crab, and can be very difficult to pull themselves out. Mars in Cancer. This position inclines towards passive aggressiveness. People seem to resist change and continue to shy away from direct confrontation. They need to feel secure before they act. As a result, they can appear slow at times. Their motto is the best offense is defense. That's my motto. They may appear weak to some, but they can be very strong. Their strength lies in their tenaciousness. Their sex drive can be very tied up with emotional need. At their best, they turn others on with a protective, almost therapeutic way about them. Protective nature of Cancer is best expressed when in Mars. Cancer natives are turning the energy outward. When they're protecting others, turning it inwards is when there are problems. They must avoid oversensitivity and self-protection when it comes to sex. Some Mars and Cancer people are especially turned on by the thought of creating a baby. Not me. Most people are threatened by indifference. They can be argumentative and manipulative. Their energy levels are variable, and they can appear to move rather slowly. They can have defensive reactions and outbursts and emotional displays when they feel cornered. With assurance and confidence, these natives are protective, helpful, and dependable on the long haul, and they prefer to handle situations peacefully and humanely. That's very true. Cancer ascendant. Okay. These people come across as gentle creatures. There's something familiar about them. They're the guy or gal next door. When they enter a room, they don't walk in with a splash. Instead, they move to the sides, weave their way inwards. These people are familiar feel to them. Because they're rather sensitive to their environment, they can get easily flustered, especially in public. Their first instinct when threatened or on a familiar ground is to protect themselves. When new situations present themselves, they can immediately withdraw or act shy. Generally, these people come across as caring people. They seem sweet and innocent. Usually, these people appear unassuming, even though they can be quite approachable. Some Cancer ascendants, however, have retreated to themselves so much that it can be quite the opposite. People function best when their partners relay strength, financial and emotional stability, and know-how. Security is the basic need, and they are generally more willing to give it up some personal freedom in order to get it, which is fascinating.
In Cancer is the wound of family, meaning there is some sort of early childhood trauma that leads to a core feeling of loneliness, emotional pain, and emptiness.
Welcome to the world of Lilith and Cancer. Lilith in Cancer is the shadow of need and the power of fierce nurturing. It deals with suppression of forbidden need, denied vulnerability, and a mother wound, and can show as internal longing and hypervigilance of others' emotions. But when evolved and positive, it can be deeply compassionate, caretaking, fiercely protective, and teaches others how to honor their own vulnerability. As such, a beautiful placement. So they improve by asking for what they need and reconnect their emotional instinct with emotional intelligence and learn boundaries and help build a chosen family. In fact, did you know that Jodi Arias, OJ, and Amanda Knox were all born on the same day? On July 9th, making them all Cancer sons, and all people that stabbed someone to death. Well, that's the video. So let me know if you have any Cancer places down below, and if these descriptions are very accurate to you, please let me know. Comment down below what you thought about Cancer, the sign, and their story from Greece, from Babylon. Give this video a like. Share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Put notifications on. Hit the bell so you know when I upload a new video. You never know what you're gonna get each Monday, so it's you to come back and see what's going on. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.